Somewhere in this world lives a boy with a destiny so great, it will echo for eternity. He doesn't know it yet, but soon he'll wield a power beyond imagination, a power so legendary that it can command the wildest of beasts, the power of the stick. Yeah, that's right, forget magic swords, forget divine artifacts, forget ancient scrolls. The boy wields a stick. A stick so mighty, so unbelievable that the entire beast will bow to it, obey it, and follow his every command. Now, jumping into Herdling, I honestly didn't know what the game was about or where it was going to take me, but right away, the visuals caught my attention. There's this atmosphere that's both cozy and a little eerie, and I really like how quickly the game gets going. It's open on somewhat of a depressing note, a small boy sleeping outside in what looks like to be a dystopian city that's slowly falling apart. No lengthy cutscene, no lot of text, just a quiet, bleak start. Not long after, I get my first taste of what the game is really about. I'm walking through this abandoned playground, and then I see it. The first beast. The poor thing's got his head jammed into a bucket. Of course, I must help him. My first instinct is to use my bare hands, which obviously doesn't work. And that's when I find it. My destiny. My weapon. My mighty tool that will move mountains and cross rivers. Yes, it's the stick. Armed with this legendary branch, I finally freed the beast from its doom. Staring straight into his eyes for the first time. With my new stick and a new purpose, I tamed the beast, and just like that, we set off on our grand new adventure. And this is where the gameplay really kicks in. I'm introduced to the core mechanic, waving the stick to guide the beast, making it follow my commands. At first, it feels both easy and strangely difficult at the same time. The responsiveness is there, but my brain is struggling with reverse steering. Go left to turn right, right to turn left. It's like learning how to drive a shopping cart with rocket boosters. But the more I play, the more natural it starts to feel, and once you get the hang of it, there's something genuinely satisfying about the way the beast moves. As I progress, I keep finding more of these creatures. Some are free and just need a gentle nudge to join me, while others are trapped, hurt, or stuck in odd places. Rescuing them feels rewarding, and slowly but surely my herd gets bigger and bigger. There's this moment where it really hits me. The boy who began this journey completely alone now has a whole pack at his side. And with each new beast added to the group, it feels like I'm stepping further into a much larger adventure, one that's just beginning to unfold. Early on, the game starts dropping hints about where this journey is heading, on the walls and posters scattered around the city. I notice murals showing the Calicorns making their way to the mountains. It's never spelled out directly, but it's clear enough, that's where I'm headed. It's a nice touch because it gives me a clear sense of direction without holding my hand. Of course, I'm expecting plenty of surprises along the way. And after a few more additions to my growing herd of Calicorns, the moment finally comes. We're ready to leave the city behind and take our first steps into the unknown. There's this narrow street ahead of me, with sunlight pouring through at the far end, and just beyond, I can see it. A wide open space. Freedom. Walking slowly into that first open area feels amazing, almost like taking a breath of fresh air after being stuck underground. And as I'm soaking in the view, I came across these bright blue flowers. Turns out they're not just decoration. Collecting them unlocks a brand new ability, the Stampede. Think of it like a nitro boost from racing game, except it's your whole herd charging forward. You only get a few charges, but if you guide your beast through the flowers, they recharge, letting you keep momentum going. It sounds simple, but in practice, it's really fun. You're constantly balancing speed with control, making sure you're steering them correctly while trying to not waste that momentum. It feels engaging and satisfying, even though it's just a one new mechanic layered on top. After a while of stampeding through the countryside, I stumble on something new. I can actually stop and clean my beast. Dirt, thorns, all the stuff they've been carrying around just brushes away. And honestly, kinda makes me wonder if I've had this relationship all wrong. Maybe I'm not the master, and they're not the servants. Maybe it's the other way around. While cleaning them, I start thinking, maybe they even lose speed if they get too dirty. I'm not sure yet though. But anyway, duty calls, and I clean the herd as the good boy I am. With my herd looking fresh and clean, I charge ahead, only to find myself blocked by a huge obstacle. Aha, this must be my first real puzzle. This is where things start to get interesting, because the core mechanic of guiding the herd feels perfect for creative puzzle design. The developers clearly knew that, because suddenly I'm pushing carts, clearing paths, and trying to figure out how to get my beast through. At one point, I even have to leave my beloved herd behind to venture out alone. That feels strange, almost wrong, but it's necessary to clear a path forward. And then I stumble across not one, but two injured Calicorns. Of course, I rush to help them. and with some food nearby I'm able to tame them. It's a little messy at first, controlling the new beasts always comes with some chaos, but eventually I manage to bring them back to a door that reconnects me with my herd. That reunion felt better than I expected, like getting family back together after being apart. As the herd grows stronger, I start to feel myself improving too. My stampedes are smoother, my steering more controlled, and I finally feel like I'm getting the rhythm of guiding this strange group. The world opens up even more, and in the woods I stumble upon some loot. Turns out you can actually pimp out your Calicorns with different garments. I'm not sure though if they do anything for the gameplay, but it'll look good, and hey, some bling bling never hurts. Then comes the biggest surprise so far. We arrive at what looks like a shrine, a massive statue surrounded by smaller ones. The whole area feels calm and peaceful, so naturally me and the herd decide to settle in for the night. But the next morning, everything changes. My herd moves towards a new blockade, and just as a fresh Calicorn appears, an ugly-ass bird swoops down from the sky and attacks it. I'll admit, I didn't expect Herdling to introduce anything that felt threatening. Up until now it's been cozy, atmospheric and peaceful. But this bird, it's unsettling, almost a bit scary, and it raises a big question: what role is it going to play in the rest of the game? I managed to tame the new Calicorn after the attack, and with a mighty wave of my stick, we push forward. And as we head out, I remind myself of the goal, the mountains ahead, or as I like to call them, Mount Doom. Sorry, wrong franchise. I mean the beautiful mountains. That's where we're going. So after my first time with Herdling, I'm honestly intrigued to keep going. Going in blind, I had no idea what to expect, but I love that the game just throws you straight into gameplay. The mechanics are simple, but satisfying. The mix of traversal, light puzzles and mystery keeps things fresh, and the visuals combined with the music really sets the tone. When you don't have text or narration to carry a story, those things matter, and Herdling nails it. I did struggle with the controls at times, especially steering the Calicorns through tighter spaces, but to be fair, that could just be me still learning. Overall, it feels like this kind of game you can pick up when you just want to relax, explore, enjoy the atmosphere, and take in the scenery. So those are my first impressions. Let me know in the comments if you played Herdling, or if you're planning to. And if it reminds you of any other game, I'd love to hear your comparisons. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.